Hey guys, welcome back to Fable 3. Last time we had this crazy experience in Aurora, and now it's telling us to board the ship and storm the castle. So, whether or not this is the end, I don't know. There's so much I wanted to do.
Alright, I've got it. I take a small group of soldiers down this route and blow up the west barracks. It will draw their attention and open up the main route.
How's that better than my idea?
We will live longer than a few seconds.
Oh, well, now you're just picking holes.
Give it up, boy. What I want to know is what my men need to do.
That's for the future king to decide.
Paige knows the city best. We'll follow her plan.
Fine. I only put mine forward to annoy her anyway.
I see you've really matured on your travels. If you look at the map, we can go through the details.
My ships will take you to the beach here.
We can expect heavy mortar fire, but most of Logan's soldiers will be busy dealing with Paige and her men.
I want to be in the thick of the smoke, and the fire, and the glory. If Paige takes the west route, it's only fair I take the east.
Which leaves the center to us. Less chance of getting lost.
Then we're agreed.
Are you sure you're up to this, Walter?
Oh, don't worry about me. I may feel old and tired, but the day hasn't come yet when I can't charge into a good old-fashioned fight. Let the battle for Albion begin!
I guess we're doing this.
Our people are getting torn to shreds out there. They need our help.
We need to take care of that mortar.
We've already lost one ship. Caelan's coming next. Come on.
Right. It's time you led from the front. We'll follow every step of the way. Ready? Let's go!
This is the moment you
They might be faceless, but they're still nothing but men.
It might be faceless? What, is that what he said?
Keep it up. There's plenty more left.
One of our boys has been shot.
What's stopping you from just running past all this stuff? Now I'm curious to look up speed runs. How nobody attacks the dog. Like, you'd think they would learn by now.
You've used one of those mortars before. How about you blow up this one? Don't have any mercy.
Jeez.
The mortar!
Barrel of laughs. What do you know?
The Auroran ship should be able to move in closer now. Caelan doing stuff.
he's not dead. Yeah, I don't think so.
Watch out, the traitor! That one was a right bugger. Glad you got him. More guards.
Isn't this where we played the loot not too long ago?
Good block, soldier. Soldier's been shot.
Ah, nice shot. Someone must be witzing.
I'm standing up, someone.
I don't think that actually hurts me though. I've noticed it doesn't like get the health flashing or whatever. All right, buddy. Yeah.
I've just been.
No mercy.
It's the tree of Minas Tirith burning.
Is this not the grandest time you've ever had?
Sabine, you almost blew us up.
You saw a glorious beacon of freedom burning in the night for all the... What is it, Boulder? Oh, bloody hell. Move! Move!
Oh, bloody hell.
It'll take more than a grenade to finish off that old sod.
Meanwhile, let's do what he says and get moving, shall we?
I don't think I could get to that dig spot there, dog. There's too much debris in the way. Although, you know what? I wonder, can we go back to the road to rule? Because we have those 2 guild things.
I'm afraid your property was irreparably damaged during the battle.
What? What about my property?
I hope everything is in order.
No, how do you get to the road to rule? We have 80 things. I want to upgrade my melee weapon. You cannot at this time. Aw, man.
One of our boys has been shot.
Dodging? Oh, no, that was just... Oh, it looked like he was dodging all those shots. Dog is really trying hard to find these dig spots.
Stick that sword down their throat. Can't we have a moment's rest?
You wouldn't want to get forward.
just not do it in this particular moment? Oh, he's well. There we go. It does seem out of place, but what do we get? Dog training combat 2. Wait, maybe it's not out of place. Press up on the D-pad to use it. Why is it not working? Did something get messed up?
Hey, oh.
See if it fixes itself after I pet him.
Hey! Oh.
No. Yeah, the D-pad thing doesn't work. I guess we can't teach him the book right now. I like how Walter says "Shut up, Ben" about as much as Walter from The Big Lebowski says "Shut up, Donnie." Pretty violent.
The best trade soldiers in the kingdom.
Page. Oh, about bloody time.
Take the page straight back.
My men are taking care of us. Technically, leave you out here alone.
That deserves a round of applause.
The dog is trying to find treasure.
Elite soldiers, my ass. And that.
Stay alert. There'll be more coming. We have to find a way past this gate.
The dog's just glitching out. I don't know.
Always with the damn gates.
What we need are explosives. But I used mine up on the way here.
If only we knew some sort of tiny, crazy old man who enjoyed blowing things up.
Ha ha! Did you see that boulder that the whole city bowed to up under?
Hang on. How did you get to the other side in the first place?
Dwellers have their ways, my boy. Is there anyone left to kill?
There will be soon. More troops are on the way. Kalian's fleet got a fair few, but not all.
We'll hold them off.
Come on, Boulder, there's more fighting to be done.
Good luck in there. Hope the crown fits.
Let's finish this for good, while I can still stand up on my own.
So we made it to the castle. Most group sex partners, 0. Man, it's like real life. Family upkeep paid 0.
Shall we knock? No. Let's surprise him.
So, this is how it ends. The old fool and the child who ran away. You finally become the man I always wanted you to be.
He's a lot more than that, and now he's ready to take your place.
Perhaps the time has come for someone else to lead Albion.
You were never a leader, just another tyrant.
Did it ever occur to you that I may have had good reason to be?
We're not interested in your reasons.
Cower behind ignorance if you will, but my brother deserves to know the truth.
Save it for the trial, Logan. You can beg for your life then.
Well, he went rather easily. Something's up. Maybe this isn't the end. Avatar award unlocked. Who's this guy?
There he is. The King of Albion. You've made it. Just like I always knew you would. It doesn't get any easier, though. You have a country to run now. And with Jasper busy in the sanctuary, you'll need a new personal aide. Someone who can keep you organized. Let me introduce you to...
Hobson. Hobson's the name, Your Majesty. May I say what an extraordinary honor it is to serve you. I have a vast wealth of experience, I assure you, though I have yet to experience vast wealth. That, Your Majesty, is an example of the sense of humor which will no doubt make our time together such a delight.
No doubt. Well, I'll leave you two to get better acquainted. I should begin preparations for the trial.
The trial? Of course. The very first item on today's agenda. Among my other qualities, I am well versed in toadying, public relations, and time management. And I heartily believe the key to being a successful king is following a well-scheduled royal agenda. If you will permit me, here are today's appointments.
Oh. Judge Logan, set tax policy, talk to Reaver, and rebuild Bowerstone Old Quarter. Okay.
I'm sure you will do a marvelous job presiding over your brother's trial, which, as I said, will be your very first royal duty. Your subjects await in the throne room for what is sure to be an historic occasion, Your Majesty.
Well, can I upgrade, my thing now? Almost not enough. It's a cool outfit, though. So, the game is not over. That's kind of cool that we have to play the kingly duty now. Let's see what happens with Logan in this trial. Sexual encounters, 0. Stop rubbing it in! These dry spells are bad enough, man. Oh wow, our stuff is... Our housing conditions are doing horribly. We gotta repair that crap. I don't really know how to make this more exciting than it is or is not. But it's a necessary thing if we want to keep the income coming in. We could buy the clothing store. But I don't know if we need our money for something else or not. So let's just go to the throne room and see.
All stand to attention for the King of Albion. Logan, former King of Albion, you stand accused today of crimes against the kingdom and its people. Those who brought you to justice will now speak.
There's not a soul alive in the kingdom who hasn't suffered for his glory, and plenty who've died for it. I says, let him have some death of his own.
Look, I'm not one for lopping people's heads off, but we saw Major Swift executed like it was a bloody circus act. He deserves nothing less as far as I'm concerned.
But aren't we better than that? Isn't that why we fought to be here now? I've seen what Logan has done to this city. People starving to death, children forced to work. But killing him now won't solve anything.
It is not my place to decide his fate, but his betrayal condemned many of my people to death. He promised us salvation, and then left us to face the darkness alone.
I had good reason to break that promise, and I had good reason for the crimes you claim I committed. The day I returned to Albion, I received a visit from a blind seer, Teresa, our father's guide. She showed me the future of this kingdom. The darkness in Aurora is coming here, bringing death, destruction, the end of our way of life. The sacrifices I had to make, I did them to protect Albion. If a few had to suffer, it was to build an army. If a few had to die, it was to save a country. I have spent years preparing for this attack. Let me stand by your side now, and all my soldiers will be yours to command. Let us face the coming darkness, together.
If this is true, if it's really coming here, we are all in grave danger.
You have the power over life and death, brother. Now choose.
Well, I guess we should pardon him and trust his word. If there really is more to this game.
This is not the time for revenge. We need your help, Logan.
The king has made his decision. Logan's life will be spared.
I know you will never forgive me for the things I've done. You told me so once, remember?
Of course I do.
But what matters now is that we defend our land. The castle is yours, and so is the throne. I'm glad to be rid of them.
Set tax policy.
You have fulfilled the first part of your destiny. You were little more than a child when you left the castle. You have become a hero, a leader, and now, finally, a monarch. But your journey is not yet done. Now you are king. You can know the truth. Albion will soon be attacked, and the threat could not be greater. Darkness is coming to our land. It cannot be reasoned with, it cannot be halted. The ruler of Albion is all that stands between the world we inhabit and that darkness. That is why you had to take your brother's place. The course of history demands it. If you do not succeed, everything we know will come to an end.
Why didn't you tell me all this at the start? It was never about Logan, was it?
I told you what you needed to know, and I never spoke anything but the truth. With Logan on the throne, Albion would have been doomed. This much I know. Only with a hero wearing the crown do we stand a chance of survival.
And how do I stop it?
You won't. Its arrival is inevitable. 1 year from now, the darkness will fall upon Albion. All you can do is prepare, and hope to save as many of your people as you can. How you do so is up to you. 2 paths lie ahead. You may keep the promises you have made and be known as a benevolent ruler. But understand that doing so will leave little to spend on the kingdom's protection and may lead you to disaster. It is not easy to be popular and keep the treasury full, unless you are willing to sacrifice your personal wealth. But you may also choose to break those promises, to harm your people in order to save them. You will not lack the means to build the army you need, but you will be hated. This path will cast you in the role of a tyrant, as it did your brother. You have 1 year to do what Logan could not. Be the ruler that readies Albion for the greatest threat it has ever faced, and be the hero that can stand against it.
Geez, money is a thing? Like, I want to play the good guy. How do we pick? I guess we pick with our actions going forward. More importantly, what is this? Level 5, 100 guild seals. I probably should have done more quests before triggering that Aurora stuff. But I didn't know, man. Well, this just got interesting. It's a rush to save the kingdom. And I may not have enough time.
Your Majesty, I'm not sure what to say after receiving such news. The darkness that is coming. People won't understand what it means. Nobody could, without living through it first. We need to prepare. If we can't stop the attack from happening, we have to be ready when it comes. Having Logan's troops on our side is a good start, but you will need to raise a fortune to pay for the army we'll need. Hobson will show you the treasury, and I'm sure he can explain just how to fill it.
Indeed I can.
Then I will leave you to it. Ben and I will begin recruiting and training soldiers at once.
If you will follow me, Your Majesty. Oh, how I have looked forward to this moment. This is it. Albion's royal treasury, the store of the kingdom's total wealth. It's Well, not as replete as one would like, but just imagine this room shimmering with hills, valleys, and plateaus of gold. A topography of riches going all the way up to the ceiling. It will require nothing less to build this army everyone is talking about. Which brings us to the second item on today's agenda, and one I'm personally very excited about. Setting the tax rate for the coming year. As you probably know, your brother was taxing the people rather heavily, and some say that this has led to poverty, starvation, and other societal ills. You have 3 clear choices, Your Majesty. 1, lower the tax rate, which one could argue would help the poor and the hungry, but would also leave the treasury in a miserable state. 2, maintain Logan's policies. Not a popular move with the people, but moderately popular with the treasury. And 3, and don't let my enthusiasm influence you in any way, raise the taxes even further. True, many will suffer in the short term, but we will be able to protect the kingdom and run our fingertips over vast amounts of gold in this very room. What will it be?
Lowering it, man. This is gonna be scary.
Well, how very noble. Yes, I suppose noble is the word. How very noble of you. The people are no doubt dancing in the streets, and we are bankrupt. You will need to be more ruthless if you wish to save the kingdom, Your Majesty. There are other, less salubrious means of filling the treasury, of course. You may donate your own gold, should you have enough. Though I must say, such charity is unheard of. However you decide to proceed, you should acquaint yourself with the Royal Ledger. It is a logbook that allows the reigning monarch to make deposits and withdrawals from the treasury. A most useful financial tool. But my, look at the time! You really ought to attend to the next item on today's agenda.
Talk to Reaver in Bowerstone Industrial.
Reaver has a most intriguing proposal for you in Bowerstone Industrial. Now, I know you have had your differences, but it is time to put those behind you and work together. Nobody can raise money like Reaver can, I assure you. I have seen to it that your appearance among the populace is well publicized, so expect a crowd.
6,500,000? How are we gonna raise that much money? Just play that loot game all day long.
Don't tempt me.
Oh, happy day! His Majesty, the King of Albion, graces us with his radiant presence. I knew last time we met that you would emerge victorious from such public sibling rivalry. And now, here I am, to assist you in filling your coffers till they are fit to burst. What better way to begin your reign than by reinstating one of my most successful policies? There is no greater waste than the idleness of our city's youth, but my employment scheme guarantees children of all ages will have something to occupy them, whilst ensuring our factories are properly manned.
It's just monstrous. Don't listen to him. You promised you would end child labor. Remember that promise now.
And what would you have us do with the snotty little indigents?
The only way Bowerstone is going to climb out of the gutter is through education. Nothing is more important to our future than that. Turn this factory into a school. Give the children of this city the chance they never had.
A school? Well, that's an original thought. Well, if you'd like to be known as a pauper monarch, then by all means, listen to her. Reaver Industries will abide by your decision.
Well, we gotta go with the school. We're gonna try to be good.
The factory will become a school.
Thank you. We can really start changing people's lives now. This will be an Albion worth fighting for.
I shall begin the necessary modifications at once. Welcome to Reaver Industries Learning Center, Bowerstone Industrial's first ever school. You can now feel secure in the knowledge that your children can become the well-educated automatons you always wanted them to be.
Consider proposal to rebuild the Bowerstone Old Quarter.
I've got the best stuff you ever seen, at the best prices too.
Yeah, we might have to play that loot game, man. And we have to...
I cannot tell you what joy it brings me to see you crowned king at last. I served proudly under your father when he sat on the throne, and I will continue to serve you to the best of my abilities. But becoming a ruler does not mean you cease to be a hero. That is why I shall remain in the sanctuary. It is where I belong, after all. And with this new, terrible threat approaching, you will no doubt find the sanctuary as valuable as your castle.
We have to play Monopoly is what we have to do. But, go to the throne room. Let's do our quest. Free up our schedule, and then we're got negative money, and we need 6 million. Almost 7 million. Is this why politicians are all evil and corrupt? Because there's just no money? Can't you just make more money?
My lord. Your Majesty. At your orders, sir.
Greetings, sir.
Sir.
My
Oh
king?
my.
For King and...
His Majesty, the King of Albion. Today, you will decide what is to be done with the Bowerstone Old Quarter, site of the battle for Albion. Paige will offer her proposal. Reaver shall stand against her.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, our victory came at a great cost to the city. You vowed to fight poverty, but our actions have made the problem worse. You must act now. I ask that the old quarter be rebuilt, and its former residents rehomed. You wouldn't just be helping those in great need. You'd be sending a message to your people. They're scared, Your Majesty. Let them know they can count on you.
Your Majesty, the old quarter was indeed devastated by your glorious triumph, but as its name subtly implies, it was old. The cost of rebuilding the area would be a colossal waste of money, and the people who called its decrepit shambles of streets and houses their home are better off without it. Besides, one must question what they have to offer our society. Why build homes for the inept and the unskilled? I recommend you reject Paige's proposal and keep the money for more deserving endeavors.
It was our actions that caused the devastation, Your Majesty. But the final decision rests with you.
Oh my gosh, are we really doing this?
We destroyed the old quarter. It's only right we rebuild it.
The king has reached his decision. The old quarter shall be rebuilt, and its former residents will have their homes returned.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This will be a very popular move.
I suppose there may be something to be gained by rebuilding part of the city. It shows our sense of industry has not yet been dampened. Very well, Your Majesty.
Hey, everybody's gonna die, but they'll all die happy.
Despite the current climate of fear and great national need, Riva Industries has once again struck a blow for the honest man on the street. The sad sight of the decayed and war-torn old quarter is no more. We are proud to present the new old quarter.
It really is like 7 million with that debt.
It breaks one's heart to see the treasury so empty. If we don't do something about it, we will all die. And I have some very definitive retirement plans. As a matter of fact, our very first order of business might have a bearing on our financial situation. The time has come to decide the annual town guard budget. As you can imagine, the people like to complain about crime and the lack of safety on our streets, and are calling for more guards than your brother was ever willing to pay for. You have 3 choices, Your Majesty. Leave the budget as it is. After all, the people have grown accustomed to murder, theft, and contraband. Increase the budget and fill the streets with soldiers keeping the peace. A rather costly solution. Or take a more considered approach by lowering the budget. For what is the point of a safe, well-policed kingdom when it is too poor to protect itself from certain annihilation?
Let's just not do anything.
Indeed, Your Majesty. Why make any changes in such an innocuous matter? So people don't feel safe. Is that such a terrible thing? Let us now turn our attention to the rest of today's business. Here is the royal schedule I have prepared.
Schedule. Decide on the castle's decoration. 339 days left. We need to make money.
As you can see, you have a busy day in the court, but a tremendously enjoyable one. Decoration is a passion of mine, and I simply cannot wait to see your choice. The interior designers await you in the throne room.
Well...
A little something new has appeared in the sanctuary shop. Care to have a look?
No, we can't shop. There's only one thing we can shop for, and that is... Monopoly, man. We have to maximize our profits in real estate if we want to have any hope of achieving this goal. I think, anyway. So we got Bowerstone. What about, Morningwood? Oh, this is that, like, poor... Sure. Adjust the rent. Make it the highest possible thing so the people hate us. We can have one town hate us. Well, yeah, we'll make Morningwood this, like, horribly expensive place. Happy Hippies Hut. I guess we're hurting the hippies. We might have to spend some time in Morningwood dancing with people. I don't even know if the repairs actually matter, but you would think. These are all shops. Yeah, there's... Powerstone Industrial had... Like, all this stuff is brand new, isn't it? This is the old quarter that was just rebuilt? Ah, this is the poor town. We can't adjust the rent here. These house conditions are at 0%. Yeah, we don't get any rent if we don't repair it. This is the fun Monopoly part of it. While we're playing that loot, we'll just get real estate money raining in, and that's our only hope of saving the world. It's so stupid, but it's true. I'm gonna have to look up how the rest of this game goes so I know, like, what I can record and what I can do off screen. Because nobody wants to see me play the loot for like 24 hours. Just do a live stream where I just play the loot the whole time. Are these houses? Oh yeah. The Smoggles. We might have to crank up the rent. Or just, like I said, play the loot a whole bunch. We could buy the pub. I'm getting everything, man. We're doing this. We're clearing out the Monopoly board. Putting hotels on all the spaces. Geoff the villager. No, I know it's Jeff. It's just, that's always been a weird spelling to me. We're sacrificing a lot of gold that we got while on our adventure to do this. Let's go ahead and get the pub. And we could adjust the prices of this thing. Profits are $8.16. They could be better. Let's make the drinks expensive. Even though this is a poor town. We just did a lot to upface it, or whatever the word is. Renovate. Everything was at 0% and we just made it brand new so they can pay for high expensive drinks. Millfields. Holy crap, that's expensive. Oh, because this is that, like, this is where that mansion was. Yeah, we can't afford any of this junk. Yeah, here was the mansion that we infiltrated. Not for sale now. Shavington Hall. Silver Pines. Have we even been here? Not for sale, vacant. It's a completely vacant town. Where did this place come from? The Dweller Camp. The very first town. This place is cheap. Let's get some rent coming in. Yeah, the clothing shop is cheaper than some of the houses in the other towns. Everything's under 1,000. So absolutely. The rent is pathetic, though. Imagine if your rent was $44. Holy crap. How many groceries you could buy. The rat house. I wonder if, since we're doing all this nice stuff and we're not raising the prices of everything, if the default, like everybody, you know how everybody was neutral at first? I wonder if they're all going to be friendly now because, like, we've made so many people-friendly choices, or if that doesn't matter for that. Like, if it's still an individual thing where you got to chicken dance in front of their face and whistle for 5 seconds. You know, I could stand to go to the grocery store, speaking of groceries. I want some carrots, man. I've got this really good ranch dressing that's from the, it's like an organic ranch dressing from the produce section. It's really good. And I used it for a salad, but the salad's gone now. Mrs. Tibbins has found something extraordinary. Let's buy the clothing shop. It's cheap. Nah, profits are... I don't know. I don't know if we have enough days to make the profit. Like, I should have done this so long ago. I didn't realize that it did this at the end of the game. I had no idea there was this treasury thing. It's like knowing when you're a kid to save every penny that you have. There's a lot of houses in this place for being just a random camp. But yeah, we've got them all now. I should crank up the rent and make them hate me. Because they're worth garbage. Alright, that's the dweller camp. What about Miss Peak Valley? This is just the field. Bright Wall we got a lot of already. Except for the shops. Oh, we're in for a hard... Yeah, I gotta look it up. I have to see how many days after this trial that you
I
play.
believe Brian
What?
still needs some help with his gnomes.
Oh. Because if I can play the loot, I'm fine. But if there's only like 3 or 4 more days of activities and then that like takes the whole year away, then there's no way we're gonna get the funds in time. So I'll have to look it up so I can prepare so that we don't get like a horrible ending. But anyway, speaking of endings, that's a good spot to stop. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we're not completely screwed here, but we're trying to be nice. So thank you for watching and take care.